If I have notes, that's right.
Is it working?
Shuffle his notes.
You're not allowed to do someone else's. Oh, you can if you want. Right. Ready?
Yeah.
Steady?
Yeah.
Go!
Thank you, Fiona. So as Fiona said, I'm interested in doing stuff in the classroom with songs, so it's a no-brainer really for me to do something music-related. So what I thought I'd do is the trials and tribulations of a life in ELT, e.g. mine, told through record covers. So what's the significance of this one? First of all, I think I'm justified in doing it. I'm certainly ancient, you can see that. I'm on to the next slide already. So how do you pronounce this? You don't pronounce it Pecha, Kucha, apparently. You pronounce it like this Muppets title here. Not halfway down the stairs, no. Manamana. So, well, it's still on that. So where did my ELT journey begin? Thank you for asking me that question. Straight after my degree course, like Foster Edwards here, I had to address the elephant in the room, or two in this case, and ask, what's next? And the answer was doing a sales course. So you might well ask, why? Okay, so this is a shameless plug from Macmillan from about 50 years ago. So like Jeremy Harmer here, is probably in the room, I don't know. I felt the call to action to promote foreign language speakers to the delights of not just Britain, but lots of other things beginning with a B. So if we look at that, we've got beards, bunting, sort of bowler hats really, and also buns. On the subject of buns, I felt like Dolly here when I was doing my salsa course, positively bubbling over with excitement. I'd be able to keep abreast of current thinking in the field, perhaps even prove my knockers wrong, etc., for But as it turned out, I also had to learn stuff, including the present perfect. FFS, what is that? It turns out I'd managed to get a degree in English without knowing anything about my own language. Sounds like some native English speakers of English, right? So I got onto a sales course. We had teaching practice, we had photocopies of course books, we had to do lesson plans, you know the score. The subject I was given was on the topic of superstition, so it seemed blindingly obvious, sorry Stevie, to use this song, and indeed, this is where my interest in using songs in the classroom began. So I passed the course, pretty surprisingly, and I figured that like Gary here, perhaps minus the provocative body positive posture, it was time to get down to business, the business of finding a job, ideally somewhere abroad. After all, surely everyone would be interested in someone with zero experience, right? So I got a grand total of one reply from a Greek town near the Albanian border, who wanted me, or perhaps anyone really. So I went to Greece, and why? Because Greece is free, Greece is bouzouki, and according to Frankie Valli, Greece is also the word. It turns out it's a place too. However, reality soon dawned. I was faced with a sea of expectant faces, Greek teenagers no less, and like the Beatles here, I needed help, albeit, in semaphore, that's actually nujva. So I said, nujva, me, if you can, I'm feeling down. The lovely lady owner, she took me out one night. She was coincidentally, like all sane ELT people, a real fan of Ken Wilson. And she spilled the beans after a few jugs of Retsina, and she revealed that the school was having some financial problems. It looked like it was the end of my rainbow. She divulged that she wouldn't have enough money to pay the teachers, including most importantly to me. I felt like a failure. I felt like a clown. But luckily I had this smiley, chubby-faced ginger-haired boy to cheer me up. So, what did I do? I did a moonlight flit. I hot-footed it to nearby Corfu, and here I am with my mates. I had to devise a plan, I had to brainstorm, I had no money, I'd lost my dignity, and as you can see, I'd lost most of my clothes, I had to sell them. I was only left with this stylish underwear. But I got the plane back to the UK, just don't ask me how I got my money together, please. So I went searching for a job in London. which at the time was full of visa shops, places masquerading as proper language schools. And I got a job at a place called Metropole College, which I should name drop. And here is the luxurious toilet from Metropole College. People think this is the original cover of the Stones Beggars Banquet LP. That's not true. So, what was my motivation? I can't think. Was it teaching experience? Was it camaraderie? Was it the lovely students from all around the world? Was it the chance to use headway every single day? Or something else? I can't think. So working there though was fun. The classes were okay, but the best of all was the social events, like the parties and discos that we had. There's a bit of a difference here though, because this is how we thought that parties and discos were, and this is how they probably were to students. But you know, all was going well, in fact, until they decided to have a shake-up. And after 2.5 years of dedicated service, they got shot of yours truly. Did I feel bitter towards them? No, not at all. In fact, I bought them this LP to show them there was no hard feelings. So, like Ice Cube's compatriot here, I'd been gunned down in my prime. My ELT career was on the slab. And so, like all good gangster rappers, teachers, they're the same, right? I wanted revenge, R-E-V-E-N-G-E. So I took my former employers to an employment tribunal, and I won. Who knew? You couldn't just sack someone because you'd stopped liking them. Anyway, this was the mid to late 90s, things were looking up, not just for Brian Cox's D-Ream and New Labour and Tony Blair, but also for me too. And after all these experiences that I've had in ELT, my life became enriching in many ways, in fact in every way except one. This vinyl cover sums up my last 2 decades in the profession. Still, as they say, if you're in ELT for the money, you're in the wrong place, honey. I hope you've enjoyed my somewhat cautionary tale.